Welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Heroes, everyone! Last time we finished up all the pinball stages in the game, and in this episode we are going to continue on to new worlds and new exciting stages. Okay, so the next stage in the game is Rail Canyon. And Rail Canyon's pretty fun. It gets difficult, but it's fun.
Tails, how much time's left?
We got until sunset because we've been recording this for over an hour, which somehow accounts to 2.5 days. But you can grind on these rails. And there are rings and stuff on the rails. So, you can mash X if you're not going very fast to try and pick up some speed, or you can hold X if you're going fast. So eventually we'll come to this first platform, and you can come up here and get a quick checkpoint. We're going to level up Tails. Always a good idea to level up Tails once first. We can take out these enemies. You can grind with any character, but you're going to go very slow if you're using anything other than speed. And some of these rails, like, I didn't make it to the rail that time. You saw what happened. There we go. We might still be able to A-rank this. We're just one level up short. And we didn't get much score at the beginning part. We can make it through these rings, and here for some reason we land, and we completely stop moving because of the angle. But like I said, this is a really fun level with how stuff just swirls around. Oh, we missed. Alright, we gotta level up for Tails, even though I meant to get him one at the checkpoint. I haven't mentioned, but you can rotate the camera around with the left and right triggers. Oh boy! Yeah, I kinda forgot what to do on that part. So an A rank's definitely out of the question now. But anyway. Gotta switch up here, enemy inside the room. Alright, the only way I see it beating this level.
What's up with that train?
You gotta get over here fast, because there is a train coming behind us. Or you can take your time and jump over the train. In here, we have a little pole to spin on. Not really a little pole, it's a really tall pole. So you'll want to use ring dash across here. You can go onto a platform and get to the top. There are a lot of alternate paths and stuff like that in here. So now we got another long series of rails with loops and loops and rings. Going through the rings gets you a lot more points. I forget if there's an obstacle here on this team. No, there's not.
You want a race?
Now this part we're racing these armored trains, which the game calls rhinos. You can use any rail you want, but they start to switch rails, so it's safest to just take the middle one and get through here. They all end up in the same place. That's a dangerous drop if you don't know what's there. Oh, okay. That's a checkpoint I always seem to miss, usually. Now these enemies you don't actually have to take out, but one of them gives a level up or a power core. For this switch, all it does, you could have just jumped up there before. But we make it. This part's really crazy. Just watch the drops and stuff.
What a wild ride.
Going through on the rails.
Got it.
Oh, really? Okay. we're gonna fly up here. In this part, we actually have multiple switches. So you're gonna have to leave a team member behind onto the switch, and we can go up here to the top where we have another checkpoint.
There they are.
Several enemies here. A flight.
Not bad.
Are you kidding me?
Got it.
Some of this game just
Leave them to me.
the parts of the game where you fall off are just bad.
Not bad.
Like some of the drops are just poorly programmed. But it's not too bad. Here you gotta jump up here to flip the switch so you open a different path. And now you actually have to race the armored trains here.
Let's go.
Wow. Did you see that?
Got it.
That's why they call it racing the armored trains.
Leave them to me, Sonic. Not bad.
Alright, we're going to get it this time. Are we going to... Ooh, look at that!
Whoa.
Sometimes the camera makes it so you don't know where you are. Rail Canyon's usually the first time where you start to hate the game. The control in this game is not bad. Sometimes it's just confusing. Because if you don't go straight up on these things, oftentimes you'll have a hard time figuring out where you actually are. Alright, now we're racing the trains.
Let's go.
You gotta go fast on this part. And apparently you have to flip a switch as well. Okay, I'm a bit rusty on this part, as you can tell, because I've died about 15 times already. Come on! Ah, come on. Get up there. I believe there's a shortcut here as well. But I don't quite remember
No time to
where it
waste
is.
here. Let's go.
Or I guess you could just let the train stop so you know what you're doing. But that train stopped. So we have to jump back down here. That's a bit confusing, I'll admit. You don't want to go on the top, you want to get this checkpoint. And the jumping on the rails. If you try to jump when you're on a rail...
They're pulling out all the tricks.
Alright, how many times have we died on this level? I mean, we hit a checkpoint and then we die immediately after the checkpoint. It's like the checkpoint didn't help us. Sometimes, these things on the side of the platforms count as rails. This is a switch you gotta flip to hit. There's a free one-up on that one. As you can land on another rail. I'm not having a good time with this level at all. Why'd we turn around for no reason?
Yes.
Alright, this is a shortcut. If you can land on this orange part. We do. We can run through here and then fall onto the goal ring. Big shortcut. Avoids some rails at the end. And this is going to be yet another E rank because... Okay, we died just far too much there.
Guess that's about it.
We actually get a C because we completed the level really fast. We just died like a ton of times in between that. Alright, so not very good. But we're on to the next stage in the game. The next stage is Bullet Station. And this one doesn't have as many rails as the last one, so it's a little easier to deal with. Here we go, we can bypass some enemies. Triangle jump on this wall across. And if you time it right, you can get a 1-up at the end and get across to the end. Destroy these. Several enemies here. If you go on this top part and get on this rail, I said get on this rail, you can go across here a little faster. And here we have more armored trains. You can fly up here, and here we have a pretty fun part that I seem to like. You're gonna drop down and you're actually inside the train for a little short period of time. There's a power core here. And your goal here is to just destroy the engine core. And you're gonna go up here. And I believe we can jump off here and take a little shortcut. Destroy these enemies blocking the cages, and here we have a little switch puzzle. The way we'll want to go is up top and to the right. So you can flip the switches in different ways or not flip any at all. Now if you can stun this train and get on the right rail, you can take another little shortcut and go on this pole up ahead. You'll automatically be taken to this pole where you can just avoid the rails and run around to the end of this thing because there's an armored train on the middle part. Then you can flip all 3 switches and go down again. There's a lot of going down in this level. You'll be ambushed by enemies instantly. I have a lot of these levels kind of memorized. If you go in here in power formation, you can shoot through this door. Breaking these rocks will take you to the cannon room, where I'm going to use Team Blast to take out these enemies kind of quickly. There we go. Several enemies. I believe one of them might have a power core. I don't feel like going to look. So we go in this huge cannon. And this huge cannon shoots us out really powerfully. And you can hit a lot of these bubbles up here and get various items. You can level up every team member a full time, potentially. And there's a 1-up at the end as well. In addition to 1-ups you might get from collecting rings, the 1-up is on the left. And you want to make sure you land on a rail because it doesn't automatically put you on a rail either. So that's a dangerous part. So here we got more winding rails. And it's going to take you to a fan where you can go up, and then more fans, and then instantly take you to a checkpoint where you can ring dash up, snag this little thing, and go down onto a second train. Now this is actually multiple trains in one. So you can grind across on here. That took longer than it should have, but we get a power core from that. We can jump over here with speed or fly. I guess you could do it with power as well. You can spin on this pole. This level is actually a break in difficulty from some of the others, just because there aren't that many things that can kill you. Of course, the thing that kills you most of the time on this level is falling off the rails or something, as we have more bobsleds, but this bobsled actually gives us a little bit of challenge, because we have lasers that we have to jump over, and if we get hit by the lasers, we end up losing team members. And it'll make the bobsled go slower, and it'll make us unable to jump and stuff like that. There's some enemies and stuff on the bobsled paths. As you can see, we got hit once, and see how it changes our speed. And it makes it tough to jump over these things because you don't have a lot of room for error. This doesn't automatically put you on a rail either, but there's one way down. There's a checkpoint here that you might miss. But you're going to have to go into fly formation, because there's one up here, and then a second switch immediately in front of the door that we'll get at the end. The second switch, you have to defeat that jellyfish robot, and then the third one is going to lead us to a second cannon room. Oh my. So we somehow got hit. But not to worry, because this is actually the end of the level. Because this cannon will get shot out. And we have several one-ups. And this should take us directly to the goal, which is in the middle of this series of platforms, I guess. So we beat the level without dying, almost get all of our team fully level up, get a decent time bonus, and that's going to give us enough points for an A rank, which is our first in a while because we've been dying a lot. Whew. I'm thirsty. I'm going to go get a drink of water. So we finished up both Rail Canyon and Bullet Station. After my water break, which is going to take an entire day, we'll be back tomorrow to take on the boss of this area. See you then.